Hello, it's Scott Manley here with episode 22 of XCOM 2. We have a supply drop which we are eating our way through, but wait, the Resistance has something to say to me. They have a very important individual in South America, a Dr. Lucy Wright, who needs rescued from an Advent cell. We'll be facing, well, the usual Advent forces, but the team is assembled and dispatched as quickly as possible, loading up with the latest innovations in alien killing technology.
The Resistance is asking for our help in rescuing an important VIP of theirs that was recently captured by Advent forces in this region. Recon indicates plenty of hostile activity in the area. We'll need to lock down the AO, secure the VIP, and eliminate all enemy contacts standing in our way.
Central, you do realize that Archons don't stand, they fly, so just to be on the safe side, I will eliminate all hostiles, regardless of whether they be standing, rolling, flying, or laying down.
Menace 1-5, we have a confirmed location for the VIP. Move to rendezvous. Eliminate all hostile contacts.
I'm glad you see my side of things.
Position is obscured.
Okay, time to move, people. We have a VIP we need to extract before the interceptors get here. We're going to move everyone up to vantage points where they can see things. Hendrik van Dyke takes to the roof where he will have a clear shot. Jesus is also ascending heavenswards via the power of drain pipes and ladders. Meanwhile, Heather can use a technology that is practically indistinguishable from magic, a hook on a long rope. The Queen Bee herself, of course, has to get up high so that she can rain death from above. And while everyone's taking the high road, Sarah Scott goes and reconnoiters on the low road. We have a trio of hostiles, an advanced mech, a stun lancer, and a regular trooper by the looks of things. I used up dashing moves to get them into position, so nobody's going to respond at this point. We're just going to keep an idea on where they are, and then we will be in a good position to unload on them. Given that they're on rooftops, I would think that explosive ordnance would appear to be the best option in this case. We can knock a hole through the roof and let gravity do the work. Go on, Hendrik, show them the power of explosives and gravity. Nice! Shredding armor, knocking them down. Looks like a bunch of oh, nope, they all died, except for that robot. That was a pretty good opening gambit. Anyway, we are spotted, so this advanced mech gets to perform his single move to get himself out of trouble. And then I foolishly did not see the icon, spelled E-Y-E, that showed that it was in Overwatch mode. But after taking that hit, Alex Thomas gets his revenge. That's the first pod dealt with, now onwards to greater things. Now while we're in a good position from this rooftop, we can't sit here for long. We have 11 turns to get everyone to the exit site, so sitting on the rooftop is gonna really penalize my ability to extract the troops.
Will do.
So my plan is to move the troops onto the roof of the building which contains the detention facility. We're going to keep Sarah Scott in full-on concealed scouting mode for now, so I can afford to send her ahead much further and hopefully find any hostiles so that we can attack them from range. It's always best if you can take the first shot in a firefight. I mean, I suppose there are some old warriors that would consider such a surprise attacks to be unfair. But you know what? I think fair went out of style in the 18th century. At least as far as armed conflict is concerned. Alex, being the one injured team member, has rolled up next to the Queen Bee because she is the one that's carrying the med kit. Given that she as a sniper is usually engaging from long range, giving her a grenade isn't a huge, or not giving her a grenade is not a huge loss. Anyway, Sarah Scott's scouting has paid off and she encounters a trio of enemies, a pair of codices and an Archon. They get a chance to react, but do nothing. And that will be their undoing. Except that I managed to run Hendrik van Dyke into their range, so they do get a response. With nobody set up on Overwatch. So Queen Bee sets up kill zone that will shoot anything that moves within that area. Hendrik van Dyke decides that Special Order 303 is not the order of the day, and instead lets loose with his mag cannon, taking a serious chunk of health out of that Archon there. Heather James uses her lightning shot and misses, well, except for that glass thing she broke. Then uses the grapple to move up in the air so that she can take a better shot from on high.
As if people in the cities weren't brainwashed enough. Who knows what the aliens are putting in their heads for entertainment?
They're making everyone watch reruns of ALF. From the rooftop, Heather James has a couple of good shots. 69% on the Archon, 52% on the Codex. I think 69 is a more interesting number. And yeah, she hits it for 7 points of damage, leaving it with 2 points left. Jesus moves into better cover, goes on Overwatch, and Sarah Scott needs to blow her cover because she's the only person with a mimic beacon left able to make a move. And now the aliens get their chance to respond. Of course, we all know the irresistible lure of the mimic beacon will make them do stupid things. The Queen Bee steps out of cover and kill zones the Archon to death. Of course, in retrospect, having her on kill zone wasn't that useful because, of course, the codices, they like to teleport around, and that doesn't trigger regular Overwatch. Regardless, of course, they are absolutely obsessed with this strange holographic enemy soldier. Perhaps the codices feel some sort of irrational hatred for things that are like them. But unfortunately, that is not sufficient because codices like to use their Void Rift skill, and that doesn't get attracted. So yeah, that didn't work out too well.
-15, be advised, hostile interceptors are inbound on your current position. Firebrand has a limited window to provide extraction.
So with 2 people out of weapons, thankfully, the Queen Bee is able to set up a good shot against this Codex, knocking 6 points off of it. It will clone itself, but that will be easier targets after this. Off it goes. Where shall it go? Who knows? It's there. Heather James picks the easiest target and hits it hard, but again, it's not down yet and it will clone. We now will have 4 codices on the field, which could be really bad news, except that 2 of them have teleported next to each other. And they're within range of Hendrik Van Dyke, who puts a frag grenade to good use. It's good to know that grenades are not affected by the weapon disabling tricks of the codices. 2 of them down, left 2 more to go. Pacified? I mean, they're practically disembodied brains now. Sarah Scott goes in and slashes one down. Excellent. Now there's just 1 of them left. Alex Thomas moves within grenade range. And yes, grenade time. He could have tried hitting that with a sword, but there were pretty good odds he would unlock another pod moving that far ahead. And he is injured, so I didn't want to lose him. So I think that's 2/3 of the hostile forces dealt with. After the aliens' turn, we can move in and start busting out our doctor, our good doctor, Lucy Wright. I mean, with a name like Dr. Wright, she will no doubt be used in many, many jokes by Tygan, who has a fantastic sense of humour, so I'm told. I just wish he'd display it one of these days. Using the battle scanner to scan behind the building that's near the landing zone, and we see an Archon and a pair of sectoids. It's really good that I overruled Central on that whole standing thing, because that's 2 Archons we've found. And with the extraction teams moving into the building, meanwhile, the Queen Bee has a lot of catching up to do. So she's double timing it down the street while the rest of the team step into the area where Dr. Wright is secured. Everyone else, meanwhile, moves into positions where they will be able to respond when the enemies see us. Dr. Wright will have to leave via the back door, unless we of course blow a hole in the wall, but we might as well use the door because it's no fun shouting at deaf scientists all day. But apparently this sectoid was not deaf and must have heard us stepping through our door, so he teleports through and then lets me shoot the door behind it. That doesn't make any sense. How did he teleport through that door? You know, it's almost as if there's a bunch of bugs related to animations of things with enemies. The Archon makes a run around the side. Sarah Scott takes a shot and misses completely. The Queen Bee has a pistol Overwatch ready to hit fire back. That's a whole point of damage, which is far from my... What the hell? Everybody is missing! That is so not cool. We had 3 people on Overwatch and we only did 1 point of damage? Oh yeah, of course! That's XCOM! Well, good thing it's my turn again and I get to follow up with a proper shotgun blast. We're basically in close combat here. Hendrik Van Dyke at close range. And what the hell are those bullets doing? That makes no sense at all.
That is not good.
Not good? It's not even realistic. Did you see the way those bullets flew? Okay, Jesus, kill this thing for me. Perhaps you'll have a clearer shot from there. 75%. Come on. Yes, okay, 5 points of damage. And it's still alive, unfortunately. But from Heather James' vantage point on the roof, a single pistol shot is threaded through and finds its target, putting that sectoid down for the count. Unfortunately, she can't hit anything with a rifle from there, so she runs across the roof and takes another pistol shot at the Archon. It's only a small amount of damage, but if we keep doing it, we will kill this thing. Ju Yang, 84%. Come on, finish it off. What the devil is up with you, lady? Okay, Sarah Scott, move in for the kill, right? So she's going to use run and gun to find an appropriate place. Right there will actually put her in, keep her in cover relative to the sectoid, but she will be able to shoot at this thing unimpeded. 86%. 6. Oh, come on, it is still alive? Are you serious? And it's up to this alien's turn. What's it gonna do? Oh, go on, hit it, 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 hit it. No, you didn't hit it. Come on, seriously?
Missed.
What the heck? Yeah, missed. It just stops there. Okay, and now it's gonna whack at her.
I think I'm bleeding.
Oh, man. Come on. Well, at least it didn't respond with something seriously bad. Okay, we have a sectoid. What's it gonna do? It's gonna it's gonna resurrect someone? Nope, it's gonna... Wait, I can't see anything. What's it doing? It's trying to mind control the vegetation. Oh no, he's panicked. But he is a newbie, so it's hardly unexpected. Okay, he hunkered down. Whatever. Okay, they've had their chance, and now we should be able to put them down this turn.
Okay,
Hendrik Van Dyke, moving down and perhaps getting in close enough? Not yet. Jesus Gonzalez goes for the hack and sends his gremlin one square over, which, okay, that's a long-range hack. Satellite data or enemy protocol, 100% or 49%. And you see, this is one of those moments where I really should have gone for the enemy protocol, because 20% increase to hacking stat would have been huge. It would have been huge. But no, I didn't take the risk.
We're through.
Good work on that, opening that door thing. It looks like our VIP is
VIP
inside.
secure and we're on the move. Menace 1-5 status confirmed. VIP is in tow. Proceed to the extraction point.
We will as soon as we've put paid to all the hostiles on the map. Unfortunately, Queen Bee had to reload her weapon and that left only a pistol, but that was enough to finish off that Archon.
I guess that'll be okay.
Heather James moving to ground level as part of her escape route. But from here, she's in perfect position to take a pot shot at that sectoid, knocking it down just a little bit more.
I'm going.
And, of course, Sarah Scott outflanking the target with her shotgun, 100% chance of certain death. And she gets some loot. Yay!
Advent reinforcements inbound.
That'll be an XP pinata.
Menace 1-5, we're picking up an enemy transport inbound on your current position.
That's okay, I'm pretty sure we've got this thing under control. Everyone moves to the extraction point, but we're not extracting anyone until we've taken a chance to shoot any hostiles. So while it's annoying to have the reinforcements coming down all the time, it does represent a decent source of experience, and they're pretty easy to kill in their first round because they arrive and they don't have any way to shoot back at you right away.
No need to ask
So I've
twice.
heard that pro players on the appropriate missions where there's no timer will just keep on watching those reinforcements come down. Anyway, our VIP heads out the back door, and our VIP is going to get extracted because they aren't going to be particularly useful for shooting back.
This is Firebrand. VIP is secure.
Okay, now bring in the reinforcements. I want something to shoot. Advent, I'm bored. What playthings can you offer me today? Oh, it's a trooper and a... yeah. That's pretty boring, to be honest. Whatever, we'll put paid to them soon enough.
Advent troops spotted!
Yes, there they go. Look, they're over there. They're running in all sorts of different directions.
Location confirmed!
So we're going to finish our trip to the evac zone.
Go, go, go!
And then anyone with action points left will take some shots at the hostiles.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think we're going to stay the extra turn because that might push our luck. But we'll see what we can do with the firepower that we have remaining on this turn. Sarah Scott takes her first shot with her shotgun and puts down that shield bearer with one shot. Alex Thomas, squaddy level ranger, he's going to come out of this alive. Jesus Gonzalez, 57% chance to hit, unfortunately misses. Hendrik Van Dyke going for the big guns and misses as well. I think our luck is running out. Time to evac from here. Everyone survives. Everyone's going home. It's margarita time back at the bar. Of course, if margaritas aren't your thing, I'm sure we can come up with whatever you heroes need.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
So that's excellent. We got a new scientist, which we need, and we got some intel, which will help. 76% chance, successful shot percentage. Hendrik Van Dyke did the most damage, made the most attacks. Alex Thomas survived the trial by fire. Well, let's see what state you guys are in. We've got 2 wounded. Squaddy Thomas survived. Captain Scott Shadow. Captain Yang Queen Bee is getting a promotion. Also, Lieutenant Van Dyke. So that's looking pretty good. She is going to become a major. Either steady hands or aim. I think steady hands makes the most sense because otherwise you have to actually hunker down. Steady hands, you can get the bonus every round. Hendrik Van Dyke gets either volatile mix or chain shot. I think volatile mix is the obvious one because it just gives us more space, more area for our grenades. I don't know how good chain shot can actually be. Now we got a bunch of loot too. Yay!
Hello, Commander.
Now, interestingly, I've noticed that even in the missions where you don't get the corpses, you still get the codex brains. So apparently, people just pick those things up because they're super small. Also, having Lucy Wright on hand now means that I have the 4 scientists that I need in the shadow chamber, which nobody's cleaned up. Apparently, we're short-staffed, so we can't clean up the shadow chamber. But it does mean that our staff can start working on that whole encrypted codex data at last.
Tygan seems to have a habit of scratching that scar on the back of his head. I wonder if anyone made sure his chip was actually removed.
Man, you're a suspicious one. Wonder if anyone's made sure you don't have a chip. Regardless, we return to the world map. We still have a supply drop to pick up. And we now have a bonfire, which is being fueled by alien alloys. That makes no sense at all, does it? Pick up our supplies. And while scanning the next target, Francesca Conti gets her first skill. We have our first psionic trooper.
Depending on who you ask, psionics could be considered the alien's greatest strength. Now our own psi operatives can tap into that same power.
And they get free hair bleaching into the bargain. Look at her old hair color, all black and all that. Anyway, so we can pick the next skill that she could train. And all of these actually sound pretty interesting. Domination sounds amazing, but it's going to take 9 days. So I think I'm going to go for Soulfire so that we will actually have some more offensive capability beforehand. Then we can come back for Domination when we have more time. Anyway, back to the world map. Yeah, traveling merchant dealing in various illegal weapons, operating on the barter system out of nowhere. Now, we have a real radio relay we want to finish building here so that we can actually contact the neighbouring regions. Yeah, so we've made some new friends. That should make things a lot easier. And we will exploit that new radio relay in future episodes. Until then, I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.